Wait, I'm too nervous. Okay, wait.
Ryan Little.
Sanwanani Dumelang option and hello to the chomi number friends. You already know I go by the name of Melissabambie. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. You're an oldie, but you're definitely a goldie. I think that's going to be my thing. You're an oldie, but you're definitely a goldie. And if you are new to my channel, welcome to the familia. You're so welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Please stick with us in this journey. Let's get ready to rumble. So, today we're going to talk about the first time I was on a film set and I flopped. I genuinely flopped. If you watched my Get to Know Me video, I spoke about the fact that I'm an actress and I had the privilege of being on a set of a film, a short film. And if you know me, you know how big I am on celebrating the little milestones. And for me, this is a big milestone, but it's a little milestone to the big milestones, but it's a semi-big milestone. It's still a milestone for the big, okay. Let's just celebrate! This is not product placement. I wish it was, but it definitely isn't. You know me, we're about to celebrate. I didn't cough. Let's celebrate. Thank you so much. And while we're here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share it to everybody you know. While you're watching it, please take a screen grab, post it, tag me. We in this family together. Also, don't forget to turn the notifications bell on. That's always the notification that I'm meant to give you that I forget. But yeah, thank you everybody. Let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to speak about the day before and the day of the shoot, because I don't want it to be lengthy. So, day before the shoot, I get the privilege of being on set before I'm actually on set as a character. Two things can happen there. You can either be frightened and literally stop producing. Number two, you take it all in and it actually works to your advantage. I'm in the middle of these two. More than anything, I was just grateful to be in that space after such a long time. Now, if you know me, you know that it's been a long, heavy journey to get into the industry, and I'm still trying to, get into it like fully. So this was a big deal for me. It is a big deal for me, the fact that I could book this, And so in that moment, I'm just so grateful to say, Lord, thank you. It's finally here. Thank you for that grain of hope, that grain of faith that I needed, that little seed that I needed to carry on my faith for the rest of the year, for the rest of my career, because I needed it. And because this is such a touching story, we're going to go deep into it. If there's one of the things I made an oath to myself about, is definitely sitting down and being honest with you in terms of everything. And now this is the first open and honest conversation I'm going to have with you regarding my career. So like I mentioned, it's been a very difficult journey for me to even just get bookings, and it's caused by a number of things that I don't even understand, but I guess to the person at the other end, it matters. Your look matters, the way you speak matters. Literally the smallest thing matters. I haven't formally booked something since 2015, and that is a long time ago. This is 2021, so it's been 6 years since I was able to book something, you know, so it's a big deal for me. So I'm in this environment and I'm so grateful, so thankful that, oh my gosh, I'm here, you know, and I'm watching everyone and they're extremely talented, and I'm watching the kids, watching the people. It was such a beautiful experience for me. And in that moment I'm like, I need to get this right. I need to get this right. I'll return the next day because obviously I need to rest, and you know. So I get to the place, I have my supper, I take a shower, and I go over my lines, and I'm just grateful. Like, I'm just worshiping at this point. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, you know. Okay, Shabu, I decide I'm going to sleep now because I need to be rested. I did not sleep. I didn't sleep. I literally, I was probably slumbering, no? And in the slumber, I'm reciting my lines. I am thinking about everything that I need to be ready for me being on set, you know. So it's a struggle for me to sleep because my spirit is so excited, my body is so excited, my mind is working overtime. It's like a rat in a lab. Like, listen, it was really hectic for me that night. Okay, so my call time was for 6:30 and I set my alarm for 5:30. Did I wake up at 5:30? No, babes, the girl woke up earlier. I woke up at 5 o'clock and I had put my phone off the entire night because I'm like, I need to sleep. I don't even want any disturbances in sharp fish paste. Then I woke up at 5 and I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna even just get a young nap at this point. So let me just get up. I get up, get myself ready, check my phone, fix wherever I'm at, and I go to the transport. And in the transport, I'm here reading lines. And a lot of people would not recommend that. They're like, once you know the work or once you know the words, leave it and let your body, you know, do it by itself. And then we go to the place. Well, breakfast is at 7. Nah, we get to the place before that. Well, the location we were shooting at, we get to the place before that, and then I don't have breakfast. So they're still fixing breakfast, and they're like, let's start with your makeup because first scene is yours. Today is literally your scenes. Shabu, I go, I get my makeup done. I'm trying to be so excited, but I'm also so nervous, and everyone around me is already calm because they had been there from Wednesday. They've been shooting there from Wednesday, and I'm only arriving there on Saturday. So everyone is like chilled. I'm here. I'm like, oh my gosh, this, that. Shabu, I get my makeup done. As I'm getting my makeup done, we're running out of time now. So I'm not able to eat. Also, my tummy didn't allow me to eat. I'm too nervous. I'm too this. I'm too, you know. So, that happens and we go to the first location. Now I'm meeting the person that I'm acting with for the very first time, but he's such a legend in the entertainment industry. What a veteran he is, you know, and he's so chilled. You can see him, he's like, yeah, you know that this guy is from a different generation. And it was really interesting for me to see the acting dynamics, the change between the different generations, how they act and how we act now, and how that, you know, gelled. So that was a beautiful experience for me because the man is a veteran, you know. And Shabu, so the energy was a bit, not off, but it wasn't synchronized because we hadn't done a table run together. But that was solved quickly. That was solved so quickly. Shout out to him. That was solved so quickly. We get into the first scene. That was easy. I wasn't speaking much. It was just acting. I'm in my comfort zone. Yay, everything is nice. We go into the second scene. Inside the house now. And we're there and we're acting and we this and we that and we this. And the crits I'm getting are like good crits. Not good crits, but crits that I can work with. It's not like crits that are gonna get you down or make you feel some type of way and now you're jumping out of character because you caught offense or anything like that. Such a humbling experience for me. Okay, then that was done. Now was the part where I was dreading the entire time. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm a dancer, right? You know that I'm an all-round artist, especially with dance. Like, when people see me dance, they're like, oh my gosh, you can really, really dance. You know, I mean, I've performed on so many stages with dance. You know, when I do like our church programs and stuff, when we would perform, I would perform dance. So if anything, I'm an all-round performer, but what I feel I needed to be strongest most in was dance because I did that so much, right? So yeah, so we get to, so this is my character quickly, just so that you know. My character is playing her rival. and they both dancers. And so there's a time where I have to dance. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't dance. It's the most craziest thing. I would think of dancing, like dance, it would be fine there. But when I think of dancing in the scene, I go blank, completely blank, which is wild to me because this is not who I is. You know what I mean? This is not who I am. So we get to this place, and you know the saying of prepare yourself, right? Keep on working on your craft, keep on working so that when the opportunity arises, you're not playing catch up. And I'll be the first to admit I was playing catch up. And thank God that I looked good catching up, I guess, but I was playing catch up, and that wasn't what I wanted for myself, especially after getting a booking after so long. That's not what I wanted, you know? And from that moment, I then felt like I got a place at the table, or I got a seat at the table, but I didn't feel like I belonged. And not because my talent wasn't good enough, not because my skill set wasn't good enough, not because I actually didn't belong, but because it was my mindset at that moment. And if you find yourself in a position like that, by all means, get a corner, ground yourself, and come back with all the facts of who you are. Because in that moment, it flooded me, like I couldn't do it. And so because I'm still in this mindset of I don't belong, I'm now starting to think of things that can stop me from acting at that point. You know, I start praying. I'm like, Lord, you know, I need you right now. I know you've always been there, but you can see the position I'm in now. Like, can I have time just to regroup? Especially because of the fact that I didn't hear the song until I had to dance. So I couldn't go and make a routine and come back and feel confident in it and change it and, you know, really bring the best out in terms of dance. I couldn't do that. I wasn't granted that opportunity. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, Lord, can you come up with ways that I can not perform? Like, I can come back tomorrow, and when I come back tomorrow, I'll come back greater, you know? And I wasn't thinking for that specific moment. Because the Lord is my Lord, and He has my back, and even though I walk through the shadow of evil, you know, and evil at that point was my mindset, he's still rooting for me. And so what He had done is, and I believe that he was so intentional about it, He made it rain. And because it was an outside location, we had to stop shooting, right? And it poured at this point. It poured. So we went to the next location, which was inside our house, and we tried to shoot there. But for some reason, everything was just not working for this specific location. Like, the lights was just dark. Everything was just not working at this point. And so we're waiting, and we're still waiting for other people to come, or the rest of the crew and cast to come, that now we're just waiting. And then it stopped raining. Immediately when it stopped raining, the director's like, no, we're going back to that location. I'm like, oh my gosh. And even then, when I was granted that opportunity to sit down and ground myself, I still didn't take it. In fact, I was there celebrating the fact that, oh, we're not going to do the scene. Instead of finding a corner, coming up with the 30-second routine, and being ready for when the rain has stopped. Still, I wasn't feeding into what I should have been feeding into. I can't be being honest. Let's be honest. Sharp. So we go back to the location, and it's literally my scene now. But food happened, so lunch happened. So now I have another couple of seconds or minutes to, you know, recoup. So I do a couple of phone calls, and, you know, I was grounded in that way. I was grounded in remembering who I am from an external perspective, from somebody who genuinely knows me, from somebody who knows how to deal with me in that specific moment. And I'll forever be grateful. You know who you are. I'll forever be grateful. And so I let that go, and they asked me to eat, and I'm like, no, I can't eat now. I'm going to dance. I cannot eat. I don't want to, you know, feel uneasy or whatever. So I just had something sweet for my energy. Especially because, remember, I hadn't eaten. So everyone is eating, and now I hear the song. Now I hear the song for the very first time. I had to change into a different scene's outfit. I change, I get back, director doesn't like how it looks, so he changes the arms, he changes whatever that needed to be changed. And in that moment, the Lord is like, yeah, this one, I tried to do the rain, I tried to do the food, I tried to make the phone call happen, and she's still not in the position where I wanted to be. So what did he do? He spoke through the director. So as I'm about to go onto set, the director comes to me and he literally holds my head because I'm here, I'm pacing around, I'm nervous because I don't know what I'm going to do. I've never heard the song, I'm not ready for this moment. I am flopping. And he holds my head and he's like, this is your moment. This is your moment. Cut everything out. This is your moment. Live in the moment. Breathe in the moment. You were born for something like this. Shapu. That's when I'm like, yeah, okay, sharp. If I'm going to flop here, I'm going to flop with confidence. If I'm going to flop here, I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm flopping like a flip-flop. It flops the best way that it can flop. You know what I mean? with what it has. So I'm there and they play the song and I'm there and I'm dancing my life away. Dancing, I don't know what. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just moving my body, trying to block out everybody that's there watching me, trying to block out the cameras, the lighting, the everything. I am just trying to block out and I'm just trying to savor that moment, you know? To a certain degree, I feel like it did work, but also to the rest of the degree, it didn't work because you know me, like if you've seen me dance, a lot of people are at awe. You know, like dance, like they're at awe at the fact that my body can move in that way. But all that I could do in that moment was a booty hop. And that didn't sit well with me. I came home, I cried. I'm like, me calling myself a dancer, all that the dance that I could do was a booty hop. And I call myself a dancer and I call myself an all-round performer, and the only dance that I could repetitively do is a booty hop. Make it make sense, because it's definitely not making rands. Like, it was a lot for me in that point. It was definitely a lot for me realizing that and getting out of sets. And even though when I got out of sets, the only nice thing that happened is, I don't know, if you know me, you know that I've gained weight. Like, I've definitely gained weight. It was lockdown, it was relationship, it was everything in once. But I definitely gained weight. And obviously when you gain weight, it gets a bit difficult to move. I guess bigness and flexibility, it doesn't go hand in hand. So yeah, the dance scenes happened, and you must understand, the person that I'm dancing against at this point, yes, no, that girl moves. Half of the time, I'm supposed to be acting serious and jealous at the same time because that's my character. No, I'm there enjoying, and I have to remind myself, like, yeah, you're in character here. You can't be enjoying for yourself, you know. But oh, she's amazing. Hope, you are amazing. Kochi, you are amazing. You guys are amazing dancers. I'm at awe every time I watch you guys. So yeah, that's what happened in the dance scene. And okay, so it finished, but I was also so out of breath that I couldn't take enough takes. And that got me thinking to say, Mal, you've been wanting to work on your health for how long? It's coming into play in the ugliest way possible, you know? So I went back home and I'm like, yeah, there's certain notes that I definitely took from this experience and I definitely have to work for, because if I really am this performer that I say I am, if she really is art, then I have to live it, I have to breathe it, I have to speak it, I have to do everything in my physical, spiritual, mental capabilities to be it, you know? So that's where I feel I flopped. I flopped in not being ready for the task at hand. I flopped in the sense that, how can I resort to a booty hop? Like, make it make sense. Like, how can I resort to a booty hop? Even though I shaked, I don't know what, but I shaked my whole bum away with that booty hop. I feel like I could have been better prepared for it. Physically, both physically and artistically, I could have been better for it. And that's where I think I flopped. Thank God that it's not on the receiving end. It's not on the receiving end. On the receiving end, everyone is like to me, oh Mel, oh, you're such a breeze to work with. and they said she's the type of actress that you create stories for. And that's probably the most affirming compliments I've ever received in the sphere of my career. They genuinely loved my work. And at this point I didn't understand, because if I am feeling like this, how are you feeling like that? But like I said, you're not on the receiving end. And if you've ever encountered a conversation with me, you know that one of the strongest things I believe in is that you cannot tell the receiver how to feel. You cannot do that, because you are on the receiving end. You have no rights to tell somebody how to feel. Absolutely no rights in that regard. And for them, I was amazing, and I'm grateful for that. I'm genuinely grateful for that. But we learn, we take, and we learn, we run with it, and there's so many more opportunities for me. And if you want to get into the film industry, really just any industry that you want to go into, if you are looking for a sign, this is it. Do it, and do it, you know? So I'm really grateful for that experience. At this point, who really matters is me and what I put out and how I want to be seen as an artist. And it's not what I wanted to be seen as, because it didn't show my capabilities to the fullest potential. And I blame it on the fact that I wasn't getting ready behind the stage before I got onto the stage. You know what I mean? I blame it on the fact that, yes, I've been getting no's and no's. Okay, let me not say no's, but I just wasn't fitting the part for so long that I internalized it. And now look where that landed me. It landed me in a place of, I'm not going to get this anyway. I'm doing it, but I'm not going to get this anyway. And if you are an artist and you are going through the same thing, we need to change our mindsets. We definitely need to change our mindsets. And if there's anything that I regret the most, it's definitely not believing myself in that moment just a little bit more, because that's what I needed. I needed me to console me, to make me do better for me. But yes, everybody, thank you for listening to my chit chat. And if you listen to everything, like this whole thing, I'm forever grateful. Even if you listen to 5, 6, that's fine. Also so grateful to be a part of the production. I'm so excited for it to come out. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but please be on the lookout for it. I definitely will. I want you to see my flops. So I'm definitely going to just don't be harsh. Please don't be harsh. Please don't be harsh, please. So I'm definitely going to just stick onto my social media. That's melissabambie everywhere. And I will be announcing when it's gonna play, what time it's gonna play. I'm excited for it, but yeah, thank you to everybody who helped me during that process, because wow, I needed you at that time. Thank you, everybody, and good evening. Bye.